Hey, soul seekers, it is intuitive energy healer Kathy Weiss here. I'm coming to you live from my reading room here on the central coast of California, and I have got the funnest bonus channeled message for you. So, real quick before I dive into today's channeled message, I'm hearing that I should just briefly explain to you how it is that I receive messages or what that even means. So, two things are important to know. I am highly sensitive. That means that I can feel energetic vibrations much easier than most people. And I'm clairvoyant and clairaudient. So, what that means is I'm able to see and hear clearly even higher, subtle energy vibrations. So, when we talk about channeling messages from spirit guides or angels or source energy, these beings exist at a vibrational state that is much higher than our physical bodies, which is why our regular senses, our sight and our ears and our etc. senses. I totally spaz that, but you know what I'm saying. Like our regular five senses don't pick up that vibration, but because I'm highly sensitive, I'm able to tune into those higher vibrations and then hear the messages that guides and source energy is wanting to deliver to us to help guide us and soothe us and help us feel better and live more satisfying lives. So today's bonus message is called Standard Time and Other Annoying Topics. And it's cracking me up already. But just so you know, if you haven't seen me do a bonus channeled message yet, when I sit down and tune into those higher vibrations to receive the messages, it's sort of like my thinking mind shuts down. I'm in a really deep meditative state, and I'm simply writing down what I hear in 1 to 2 or 4 words at a time. And I have to write it down because the information just flows through me. And so if I don't catch it, it's gone and out and we've missed it. So I got my straight up old school composition book where I write down the messages. And so I'm mostly going to read you today's channeled message. I'll probably jump in with a few more things that come to me as I'm reading today. And then I've got my Sacred Rebels Oracle cards that I think I'm going to pull a card from today to support the message. And I'll explain to you why I chose this deck once we've done the message. Okay, so here we go. Standard Time and Other Annoying Topics. So recently, in a large portion of the United States and even other parts of the world, we switched from daylight savings time to standard time. So on a certain day, we turn the clocks back an hour. And what this does is it changes the hours of the day when it is either light or dark. Okay, so already adding on to the message, what I'm hearing is that our guides want us to know that no matter whether we are on standard time or daylight savings time, in the summer, the days are going to be longer, right? More light hours, and the weather is going to be warmer. And in the winter, the days are going to be shorter. So we have more dark hours, and the weather is going to be colder. It doesn't matter what time it says on the clock. Those are the two things. It's either going to be light for longer hours or dark for longer hours. And shifting it one way or the other doesn't change that fact. So it's important for us to know that right off the bat, okay? But so let's get into what the actual channeled message around this topic and other annoying topics are. And the reason it came up this way is because I happened to see on Facebook when we switched to standard time, a whole flurry of people who were really frustrated and really upset and didn't agree with the time change. And I even quite lovingly saw someone call it Pacific Stupid Time. So I get it. Like, this is a topic that really frustrates and bothers people. And there are many other topics that frustrate and bother people. So here's what our guides want us to know around these topics. It says, one of the things you enjoy as humans is discussion through debate. Oh, discussion, thought, and debate. Sorry, I wrote this one really fast this morning. So we enjoy as humans discussion, thought, and debate. We love exploring ideas and having different opinions. It's one of the reasons you chose to have a body. In the light realm, there is only knowing, pure, positive love, right? So in the light realm, there is no like duality. There is no debate, it's like pure consciousness. We just know things, and the vibration is love, and there's nothing else. There's no fluctuation in that. And so we come into human bodies to enjoy. One thing that we enjoy is the fluctuation, the debate, the positive, the negative, the pros and the cons. That's why we are here. So these lively debates do not exist. Okay, so yeah, that was just what I was saying. These lively debates do not exist here in the light realm. So standard time and other topics you consider annoying exist purely for your debate and conversation. The whole reason we do the whole time change situation is so that we can have a conversation about a topic. That's why it's here. It's to stimulate our thought, it's to stimulate our opinions, it's to stimulate debate, whatever you want to call it. That's why it exists. So we say unto you this: when you choose to engage from an intelligent, thoughtful, curious place, speaking your thoughts and there's my messy, super fast channeled writing. Speaking your thoughts. Here we go. Okay, so I'm going to start over so you get this. When you choose to engage from an intelligent, thoughtful, curious place, speaking your thoughts, and welcoming and questioning others, you make it safe for others to have different opinions. Okay, so you're going to choose to speak from a place that is intelligent, that is thoughtful, and that is curious. That's one of your roles around these annoying topics. Your other role around annoying topics is to welcome and question others when their opinion is different, because you're going to make it safe. So your role is to let it be safe for other people that have a different opinion than you. You're going to welcome that different opinion and question it. Ask them intelligent, curious questions, okay? That is when you will find your conversations and debates more satisfying. If you choose, and it is always a choice, like your guides or our guides are really, really clear on this. It's always a choice, okay? So they're saying if you choose to merely complain about the annoying thing or try to coerce others to agree with you, you will thrive in a vibration of constant dissatisfaction. And I think this is really huge. It says you thrive in a vibration of constant dissatisfaction. So if all you're doing around these annoying topics is complaining about how much you hate them, they bug you, you think they're stupid, or you're trying to convince other people that you think that your opinion is the right one and everyone should get on board with you, you're going to constantly feel dissatisfied. And so if you can take these annoying topics and again transform them into a place where you're really thoughtful and you're curious and you're like, why does this bother me? And what can I learn about it? And how can I just speak to other people about it? Whether or not they end up agreeing with me or not isn't the point. And I can welcome them to be disagreeing and leave it at that so that it's safe for other people to express their opinions. That's the vibration of satisfaction around conversation and debate, which is again one of the reasons that we are living in human bodies, is so that we can have this experience. Okay, so it says, choose your life experience wisely. It is ever only how we can guide you. Okay, so what they've told us here is the guidance. It's up to us whether we choose to continue to be in complaint mode or pound you over the head with my opinion mode, or to be more in this thoughtful, curious, welcoming mode. Our choice as humans. We have free will on that. Okay, so it is ever only how we can guide you, for you have free will to follow or not. That's what I was just explaining. No matter your choice, we love you fully. This message is complete. And that's really important to know too. When our guides are providing us information, they are doing that because we're seeking lives that are more satisfying, more peaceful, more fulfilling. But they also know that we have free will and that sometimes we're going to follow the guidance and sometimes we're not. And they're kind of like, we don't really care because you're choosing your life experience, but we love you all the time. Our love for you is constant. Our love for you never changes. And they only ever want us to thrive, but know that we, like It's a choose your own adventure kind of situation. So I'm going to pull an oracle card to support today's channeled message. And the reason I decided to choose Sacred Rebels is because I felt like there is really nothing more sacredly rebellious than this deep understanding of the divine purpose of annoying topics and your willingness to start to approach it as exactly that, something that is meant to be stimulating and thought provoking, rather than a complaining type of thing. And that through stimulation and thought provoking conversations, you feel really satisfied with life, whether or not other people come on board with your opinion. And that also, when you make it safe for other people, that's also really satisfying. It feels much more of the way that humans are meant to the way humans are meant to interact with each other is by making it safe for other people to be completely in disagreement with you and for that to not be wrong or bad. Okay, so my deck is kind of messy. There we go. Let's shuffle that up. Hey, Lori, you have been debating responding to a couple of people who have annoyed the shit out of you. Okay, thank you for being honest. And whoops, there was a little bit of adult language. Burp, burp. Yeah, so respond to them from this thoughtful, curious place, or choose deliberately not to respond to them because you know that you'll either be like just going right back at them with a big pile of crap, which doesn't really elevate the conversation, or you know that even if you go in thoughtful and welcoming, they're going to come back at you with the crap. And sometimes it's like the wiser choice to just let things lie and be like, that's your opinion and you are welcome to it, and rock on, peace out. You know what I mean? Okay, here's today's card. I see it poking out. And it is Beyond the Mind, the Heart Beats. Oh my goodness, these are best left without responses. Sorry for the swear. It's okay, because I sweared right back with you, so it's all good. I think people who have watched me consistently enough now that sometimes there are F-bombs and things like that, so it's all good. Yeah, so it's okay. I'm so glad you said that, Lori, because you know what? For everyone, it's okay to know that you can also choose not to engage in the conversation, and that sometimes that is the wisest course of action. And trusting your instinct or your impulses around that is wise. Not everything needs to constantly be engaged in conversation and debate. Okay, so beyond the mind, the heart beats. And I feel like that just really super duper supports what Lori was saying. What I was saying is that sometimes when you listen to your heart is going to say, let's just not even engage this conversation because it isn't going to be productive or helpful or resolve anything. Sometimes it's just about going around in circles, for the addiction of chaos, which is going to be an upcoming bonus channeled message, the addiction to chaos. But right now, look at this beautiful, like super cosmic lady. I feel like two things, like that she's in the cosmos, but she's also in the ocean. And I kind of want to look at her. Ooh, she's got DNA strands and leaves and all kinds of good stuff. And so what I'm hearing to support the message is to sometimes take your annoying topics and difficult conversations and get out of your own mind and your own opinion and into your heart. So the welcoming space I'm hearing is one of the pieces of the puzzle that's missing for a lot of us. And when you get into your heart around having difficult or conversations around these super annoying topics, if you can get into your heart and just remember we're all living different human experiences, and we're all sort of like filtering information through our life experiences. And you just understand that people are going to be different than you, and that isn't right or wrong. It just is. It really softens the edges around conversations. And I love that our guides gave us this message right before Thanksgiving here in the United States tomorrow, which is a time when a lot of people get together with family and friends, and sometimes, especially with families, where people have different opinions, it can get sort of strained and uncomfortable. And so this message is really about softening your edges around being right or being complaining, and being a little bit more open and curious as to why maybe different people or different family members are expressing things differently, and just letting that be okay. And like, just let it be okay. And so here's what this says in the guidebook, just to give us a last little bit of juice. It says, this oracle comes with guidance for you. Deep within, you know what to do and you know what is true. It matters not whether the mind and its plans seem to agree with your inner sense. Your willingness to trust your heart and to rebel against fear will serve you well. That's really interesting, because I was picking up a little bit of some of you are feeling fearful around letting other people have strong, different opinions than you, and just letting it be okay. But I promise you that if you just let other people have strong, different opinions than you, and you don't fight against it, you're going to feel such a sense of peace. It might be a little bit itchy at first because it's unfamiliar, but letting that be, and really just letting people express their different opinions on these way super annoying topics, and just being like, yeah, cool, right on. Like, this, your inner struggle is going to dissipate. And really, that's what our guides are trying to provide us with today's message, is that your inner struggle dissipates. Even when someone has a very strong opinion directly about you, and you can just say, you're right. Like, oh, all of a sudden that big inner struggle and conflict dissipates. Even if you don't agree that they're right or not right, but you just let them be right in their opinion. And that's really what our guides are trying to do for us today, with Thanksgiving and then Christmas and the holidays coming up around the corner. This is trying to take some of that inner struggle out and make things a little bit softer and peaceful and more comfortable. So I'm just going to pop over here and make sure that I caught, sometimes the comments don't show up for me live and I see them later, but know that I will always make sure that I attend to any questions or comments as they come up. I'm so super grateful for those of you that tuned in live and later to watch today's bonus message. Like I said, coming up in 2 weeks is what I'm hearing, is that we're going to talk about the addiction to chaos and hijacking the holidays a little bit. Again, the strong thing that's coming through for all of these upcoming messages is that our guides are trying to pull us forward into a place that is internally calmer and peaceful, regardless of external stuff. And so I'm really super excited and honored that I get to bring this information to you. And also, next Monday, we'll be having a free live intuitive reading where I work directly with one person and their energy, and sort of weave in super secret messages for everyone who watches. So make sure that you come back and see me again on Monday, as well as next Wednesday. If you're in the United States, I wish you a very lovely, peaceful, and thought-provoking Thanksgiving. I will see you again very soon. Oh, and last thing, if you would love to have a one-on-one messages, what I'm hearing is get clear for the new year. And so this time of year through December 31st, if you can get clear about what you want to move forward to with your heart, you'll start the new year ahead of the game rather than behind. And that feels really exciting and sort of supercharged for the new year. So if you are ready to get clear for the new year, hit me up and let's schedule you a one-on-one session to start 2019 with like fireworks, is what I'm seeing. It's like kablam. Okay, so I love you guys so much, and I will see you again live very soon. Namaste. And say bye twice because I have to turn you off. Bye. I love you so much. Bye one more time.